Welcome to this tasting edition of the Great American Whiskey Cookers. We are here at Quincy Street Distillery in historic Riverside, Illinois, and we're tasting through the expressions that Quincy Street puts out. And the expressions work through the age of the centuries, or not the centuries, the decades, so to speak, right?
Yeah, right. So we do a series of bourbons that are all the same juice that's put into the barrel, and they basically represent roughly the evolution of bourbon over the 19th century.
Great.
From the very small barrel to larger barrels and longer aging times.
So what are we trying here?
So now we're going to our bottle and bond. This is getting us to the end of the 19th century when they created the 1897 bottle and bond law. Now they were looking to age in larger barrels, 47 gallons. The distillers were doing the bottling, and they were bottling whiskeys at 4 years old or older.
Okay.
But they had to pay tax on the whiskey when it was 3 years old. So they created a law where they didn't have to pay the tax until it was sold, but that meant they had to age it for 4 to 8 years. They had to do 1 season. They had to do it at 100 proof, and they had to note all that on the bottle when they paid tax on it.
And this is Lawton Brothers.
This is still Lawton Brothers, which is our straight bourbon.
Okay.
This is a straight as well, which has its own rules as well. So the main thing is 100 proof, so it's higher proof than everything we tasted so far, and it's the same juice going into the barrel. But because it's been in there for 4 years and 2 months, it's going to taste different. Same barrel, medium char, full size, 3 gallon.
Let's try it.
Oops.
I'm getting some classic bourbon notes on this one.
Now I'm starting to get closer to, this is closer to a modern bourbon.
Yeah. I'm picking up a little bit of the grain. That's like a classic bourbon.
That's a real classic bourbon. Now, this is what modern bourbon was based on.
Right.
The bottled in bonds, aged for 4 or more years.
It's got some vanilla, almost picking up a little bit of almond and some caramel. There's just a hint of chocolate.
Yeah, just toward the end I get that.
The finish sticks around.
It sticks around a little bit, right? This is actually the second favorite of my bourbons. This one is.
Yeah, I like this.
This is a nice bourbon.
Yeah.
And this is one that is not currently distributed in the state. We just started distributing it. And we're going to distribute it with a different distributor. So we're just starting to get it introduced. Up to now, we've only been selling it out of the distillery because we didn't have enough barrels. Now we have enough barrels. It's a lovely whiskey. And at 100 proof, I mean, I like to actually knock this back. I like to do it at 91 that the other ones are at. But 100 proof is what bottle and bond requires. And they figured nobody would drink at that proof, so.
Yeah, and for me, this shows well at 100 proof. I like the proof on this. I like the viscosity. It's got a better mouthfeel to me than the other ones do. The other ones are thinner for me than this one is. This has got, it feels better. It's got more of a velvety touch on my tongue. I love the proof on it, and the flavors just kind of sit there and develop on it.
They do. So
I like this.
This is, for all intents and purposes, this is a modern bourbon, but it's a high corn bourbon.
Right.
It's a really nice expression of that.
Great. Fantastic. Hey, I'm Jeff from the Great American Whiskey Cookers. If you're here in Riverside, Illinois, swing through Quincy Street Distillery and give the whiskeys a try. Until next time, can't be good, be good at it. See ya.
You're all good. I'm done.
Okay, thank you.
And the carpet guy is now done. That's how these things go. You never, this is an outtake. What's going to happen? We're here tasting whiskey, and the carpet guy just pops in.
I assume you can do a jump. I assume we can do a jump cut, right?
I think we leave it in.